Welcome back, Bet the Juice Podcast. Cody Mitchell here. Coastal Athletic Conference, the CAA Conference Tournament preview. Another really good one. This one makes me think college basketball. Makes me think of March. It's a fun one here. Tournament takes place in Washington, D.C. Perfect format, too. It's a little different because you have 13, so you have a first round, just the 12-13 game, and then it goes to a second round, and then eventually whoever wins. Now you got 8. Now you're in the quarterfinals. It's awesome. I think there's a lot of teams that can win this one this year. This conference has kind of been off the charts all season long, and teams that were, let's say, at one point of the season, really dominating, fell off, and teams that were like really bad have kind of picked it up. There's been some highs, there's been some lows. It's a really fun league. The only problem I hate with the CAA is the stupid Flow Sports shit. Wish they would get rid of this Flow Sports crap. You can't watch half the games. The only time you can watch them is if they're on CBS Sports Network, ESPN Plus very rarely. I don't even think they're on ESPN Plus. I think if it's not on Flow, it's on. It's majority of the games are on Flow. The best game will normally be on CBS Sports Network, which you can get. I'm not paying for Flow. The only thing is, though, I have seen games and I've done like the free trials and everything like that. The quality of Flow Sports is actually really fucking good. I'm just not paying for it. Just not. Let's get to it. Let's get to the bracket. Odds are as such. Hofstra, surprisingly enough, coming in as the favorite. Plus 195. UNC Wilmington plus 260. Charleston 5-1. William & Mary 9-1. Monmouth plus 950. Towson 15-1. Drexel 20-1. Campbell 25-1. Stony Brook 35-1. Elon 80-1. Hampton 100-1. North Carolina AT&T 130-1. Northeastern. Bill Cohen in Northeastern. Wow, 300-1. Don't let them Huskies get hot. All odds via DraftKings. Shop around before you actually place a wager. You can probably find a better line somewhere else. But here's the bracket. Pretty simple. Like I said, you get a couple buys. Some teams get a buy. Some teams get a double buy. It's not really because you do have a playing game. But first game, as painful as it is, I have the Aggies of North Carolina A&T, not AT&T, A&T, beating Northeastern. Just a season from hell for Northeastern. 2-16 in the league. I don't really know. Bill Cohen, obviously a really good coach. I know they lost a lot of close games, but just a really, really bad season for him. I mean, A&T wasn't that much better. They were 4-14 in the league. But, man, they knocked off some good teams. They've beat Hofstra and Towson. Elon, when the Elon was playing really well. And they were in a lot. This team was the team that was really in a lot of close games. Some of the games ended up looking, scoreboard did not reflect how close they were in a lot of these games. So I have the Aggies. I actually think they're kind of a talented group. They've really been playing decent basketball for their standards the last 2 seasons since the gambling scandal. So the second that one came out and they got those guys off the team that were shaving points, like they've actually been playing pretty good ball. Records might not show it, but I'm telling you, this team is a lot better than what the record actually indicates. Let's go to the second round here. Stony Brook Campbell. I am going to have Gino Ford and the Seawolves advancing here. Playing really good ball down the stretch. I can't remember what it was. They won. Oh, but yeah, they've been playing better ball down the stretch. Sorry, this is the team. But they did drop their last 3, but they were to some of the better 3 teams in the league. I think they're still good enough to get by Campbell here in advance to the quarterfinals. Now, the North Carolina AT gets Drexel. I'm going to go with the upset here. I think the Aggies have the guys and have the toughness and the power to get past this Drexel team. I know Drexel's the 5 seed. I really haven't been a believer all season. I don't like the offense. I think the defense can be lacking at some times. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. They're actually ranked the best defense in the CAA, when I watch it, sometimes it just doesn't seem lacking. And I don't know if that's because the pace is so slow is why the analytics have them up so high. But watching the court, it doesn't like blow me away. I think it's more middle of the pack, but it is what it is. I think the Aggies are going to go in there and get the upset. So I have North Carolina A&T advancing to the quarterfinals. In the 7-10, Towson and Hampton. I'm going to go with Pat Scarry and the Towson Tigers. Now this is a culture play for the Towson Tigers in the entire tournament here. I just think been there. Scary's a really good coach. He might be the best coach in this league, and he's been through a lot of these wars, dude. And that shit does matter. That shit really does matter. So I'm going to have Towson advancing to the quarterfinals. In the 6-11, similar to Drexel, man. Not been a believer all season in William & Mary. I think a little bit of fool's gold. Had some really, really, really good shooting nights that kind of, they can't shoot the lights out of the ball. I'll give them that. But if the shots aren't falling, they really don't have a lot else to rely on. I think Elon is going to right the ship. It's a new season. They were playing really good ball in the middle part of the CAA schedule, and it's time to pick that back up. I'm going to have the Phoenix going on to the quarterfinals. In the 1-8 matchup, I do have UNC Wilmington, the class of the CAA. Takeo Siddle, man. It's going to be at a big job here pretty soon. I don't know exactly where because the Carolinas are taking. I thought maybe Wake Forest would make sense just because they're both in North Carolina, obviously. But someone's going to snack him up eventually. And they don't have to win the CAA for him to do that. But I have the Seahawks advancing here. Now, Cinderella run's going to end here. It's not crazy, man, because Delaware did this last year. I think they were the 12th seed and made it all the way to the finals. But here I have Monmouth and King Rice advancing to the semifinals. Great tournament coach, always wins a game here. At least one game in the CAA since they've been there. And when they were in the MAAC, they were just fine as well. So, give me Monmouth to advance to the semis. No chalk here because I have the Towson Tigers and Pat Scarry upsetting Charleston. Yeah, they're the 2 seed. Yeah, they've been playing better down the stretch, but I do think some of the odds still love them a little bit better because of the name brand. And it's kind of the same thing with Hofstra down below here, even though I do have them advancing to the semis as well, knocking off the Phoenix. So the Cinderellas have a little bit of life, but it finds a way to come back to earth at some point here. Now, we have the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 3. Who is in advance to the championship game? I have the Monmouth. The Monmouth Hawks getting past UNCW and finding their way into the title game. One thing you like about King Rice is like anybody that really, really likes to gamble in some of these small leagues is Monmouth is a really good team as a dog. And put them in this situation here against Wilmington. I like their chances here. They've been playing really good ball down the stretch as well. So give me the Monmouth Hawks into the title game. And then the 7-3, I have the Towson Tigers going to the title game to take on Monmouth. So we have the 4 and the 7. And I have Pat Scarry punching his ticket to March. The Towson Tigers, yes, that is my bet pick and my bet to win the league. The Towson Tigers, the 7 seed. So, if I'm going to have them in the title game, easy enough. Best bets, Monmouth plus 950, Towson 15-1. Placed both of these already. I think one of these two are winning this league. I think one of the two are winning the conference tournament. And then, if you want to do the long shots, Elon 80-1. The path's not terrible. North Carolina A&T, it's 130-1. Probably not going to hit, but if they can get to that quarterfinal game against Monmouth, somehow find a way to win that game and get themselves in position in that semis, you might be able to cash out for some value. You might be able to. It's going to be really hard to hedge there because it'll be such an underdog, but you might be able to make a little bit of money just because of the cash out. And I do like the path, and I do actually really like this team. So that is going to wrap up the CAA. Couple more to do. I think we're almost done with the first wave of the tournament's previews, and this has been so fun. I've really, really enjoyed breaking down all of these mid-majors. It's been really fun so far, and the tournaments have delivered, so it's almost there, man. The tournament finals week is awesome. The first wave, the second wave is awesome, and then March Madness is here, baby. It's bittersweet. The basketball's coming to an end, but this is also the best time of year. So I'll see you guys when I see you. I'm out here.